Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. I have another box tutorial that I want to share. This one is more like a purse. I have shown it in my previous box tutorial video. I just wanted something with like a little handle. I use these bows from my stash in the front, and I matted it with the Paper Studios Petals in Bloom. I found that in clearance. So I did do magnets here on the front. Then it opens up to a double box. I use Velcros on the double boxes, and then just close it like that. And then on the back, I always like to add a card, so I made a space where you can stamp your sentiment and then put your matte piece here for your message, and that's magnetized as well. So in this video, I'm going to share how to create this box. So for this box, you will need 2 pieces of cardstock at 8.5 by 11. This is Recollections heavyweight cardstock. And then you will need 2 pieces at 6 by 11. So I'm going to start scoring the 8.5 by 11 pieces, and these are for the boxes on the inside. I'm going to start on the 8.5 side, and we're going to start scoring at a 1/2 inch, 1.5, 7.25. Try that again. And 8.25. We'll turn to the 11-inch side and score at 1.5, 2.5, 6.25, and 7.25. And we're going to do the other 8.5 inch by 11 sheet the same way. So on one of the 6 by 11 inch sides, this is the handle. This first one is the handle. This is 6 by 11. I'm on the 11-inch side. I did pre-score this because I've had to do this handle over several times because of how the back piece is made. So I'm going to start with scoring. I say funny, but I need to make sure that back piece is 4 by 1/8. So that's where I'm going to start my scoring. And then 5.25, 6 3/4, 8 1/4, and 9.5. The other piece is the outside cover, also cut at 6 by 11. I have pre-scored this one as well, and the scores are 4, 6 1/8, and 10 1/4 on the 11-inch side. So I'm going to start folding. These are the 2 8.5 by 11-inch pieces. I'm going to create the inside boxes first. So I'll fold on all my score marks. We're going to fold on the other sheet the exact same way, and then we'll start with our cuts. So we're going to turn it this way where we have I think that's 1.5. Yeah, it's 1.5. That'll be on your bottom. And you're going to cut 1, 2, 3 all the way down to the 3rd score mark. So all 6 of these boxes come off, and all 6 of these boxes come off. Then you want to make that little square into like a tab. You miter it and cut that other little square off. Do the same thing to the other side. Go down to the third score. Go up 2 scores here. Cut this little square off. And then miter this one. This will create the inside box. And it's similar to the boxes that I created for that friendship folder that I had created. So you can put these little tabs on the inside or outside. I put mine on the outside just because I wanted the inside of the box clean. So I'll put my adhesive on these 2 tabs, and I know they don't measure up the same, but those are the measurements to get it on an 8.5 by 11 sheet. So one tab is a little larger than the other one, but it's just to glue to the back of the box. And so if you need to miter these little tabs too, you can. Let's go ahead and do that. So they don't show from the back of the box. And then you want to glue them on here. And then this one. Okay, so when you get it glued, it'll look like that. You want to do the same thing to the other box. Okay, so once you get both of your boxes done, you want to sit these to the side. Then we'll work on the outside cover. It's the one with that, how long is that? It's about a 7/8 of an inch on the end of it. So we're just going to fold. The little 7/8 will be at the back. You want to take your boxes and glue them with the seams down to the score marks. So you have about 2 inches here. You want to make sure to glue them as close as you can to the score mark, but not on it, because you want it to be able to fold. So you want one to have the top facing the score mark, and then on the other one, the bottom will be on the score mark. So I will do this one first. Put all my adhesive on the back of it. The cover is a little bigger than the boxes, so you will have some space on either side. Just a little bit. And then you want to stand it up to make sure it's flush with the bottom. You don't want it kind of floating up there, so like that. And then the same thing with this one. You want to make sure this top piece is hitting the bottom of the box so it's not floating. So I'll put my adhesive on the back. get as close as I can to that score mark. Make sure it's like flush to the bottom of it like that. So then it'll look like this. Just kind of want to press it down. Do the other one. I should have did this one first so I could press it down. But and it will look like this. This will be the back and this is the front. So the next thing you want to do is, this is the handle. There's two 2-inch scores here in the center. This will be your mountain. There's just a little handle right here. So you want to fold that going up. And then the next one will go out and then down. So you want to do that mountain valley fold on this. It'll look like that. And this is the handle. So that's what you'll end up with when you do your folding. So you want to put adhesive in between these two 2-inch pieces. And then you want to use some clips or something, or lay it under something to make sure that's adhered really good before you start putting the rest of it together. So I'm going to pause for a little bit and then come back and finish the tutorial. Okay, I'm back. I've given this handle a few minutes to dry. So again, when you fold it and glue it, it'll look like this. So here's my box. This little tab here is in the back. So you want to glue the top of this to the first, I think that's about 1 1/8. Yep, it's about 1 1/8. And you want to glue these two together, making sure that your placement, the score lines might not line directly above each other, but you want to make sure you've got your card piece all the way down to the bottom. And the scores almost line up, but not exactly. So if I can get this together, see how close they are? You want to glue that tab to this. So you can use some double-sided tape or adhesive. I'm going to put some double-sided tape on here and then do some adhesive just to kind of hold it on there until the adhesive dries. So I'll just put one piece on here. Then I'll use some liquid adhesive. Again, lining it up. Just sit it down and then line it up like that. That way I know it is touching the bottom edge of that box. And then you can just press it down really good. Your box will close like this, and then this will be the front flap. So that's the tutorial. I can't do my adhesives or my magnets or anything, or my Velcro dots, because I do want to mat it first. But this is basically the tutorial. I will come back and share after I've completely matted this. Okay, so I have matted my box. I had these stickers right here, these sticker strips. These are Doodlebug from Hobby Lobby. They were in the clearance, so I used a lot of these. And then I matted it with the new collection that I just got, Butterfly Kisses. I got this from scrapbook.com, and this is the new Doodlebug collection. So here's the box that I matted. I had this bow in my stash. There's two different bows on here. One is from the silhouette, and another one is one that somebody had gifted me. So here's the sticker strips, and then the two on the front. This is a sticker from the collection. I did the Velcro dots, and those are the Dollar Tree Velcro dots. I matted all of the inside, more of the sticker strips. I did mat the top of the box this time. Sticker strips, stickers from the collection. I matted the middle. There's some more stickers. In the bottom. In the top box, I did yellow Velcro dots. The bottom, I also did yellow Velcro dots and matted the flaps. So it closes like that. When you turn it around, this is the back. I used that washi strip. I used stickers, the glittery stickers, a little heart. I used yellow Velcro dots on the back. And use that really pretty frog paper, and then this is the piece that I'm going to write my message on, and I'm going to glue it right here. So I used a cut apart and another little sticker, and then I also created a card using that Doodlebug collection. I just took a sheet of the 6x8 and slanted it, cut it off on the edge, used a sticker strip from the collection, popped up this sticker, and then put this one down here. I haven't done anything to the inside. And this is a Cricut craft board. This is an A2 size card. So that is all I have to share in this video. I'll have all the dimensions down in the description box. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and have a great day.